Now, according to the basic definition of a saturated carbon, it is that you have a carbon-carbon single bond, and when you have a carbon-carbon single bond, you can have the maximum number of hydrogen atom which can be placed on the carbon compound. Now, let's suppose you have an ethane wherein you have the formula C2H6. Now, over here you have a single carbon-carbon bond, and hence you can have 3 hydrogen atoms on each of the carbon atoms. Now, let's go to the unsaturated side. In the unsaturated side, you may either have a carbon-carbon double or a carbon-carbon triple bond. Now, due to this double or triple bond, you do not have the maximum number of hydrogens which can be placed in a compound. For example, when you have an alkene which is with an ENE, or let's consider ethene with an ENE. Now, in ethene, what happens is you have the formula as C2H4. In this condition, you have 2 bonds or double bonds between the carbons, and hence rather than having 3 hydrogen atoms on each of the carbon atoms, you have only 2. Now let's look at the triple bond side, wherein you have ethyne with a YNE. With the ethyne, what happens is you have a carbon-carbon triple bond, and in this condition, rather than having 3 hydrogen atoms on each of the carbon atoms, you have only 1 hydrogen atom on each of the carbon atoms, and hence you have a lot of scope to add these hydrogen atoms to its utmost capacity. And hence, by the logic, we can say why an alkane is called as a saturated and why the alkene and alkynes are called as the unsaturated hydrocarbons.